Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Charlie, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make my delicious fried catfish. Now this is a remake of my 2017 recipe video for fried catfish. We first start off by cleaning the catfish, then we marinate the catfish. I've created a seasoned lemon marinade that you're going to marinate the catfish in. Then we're going to batter the catfish in a seasoned egg, cornmeal, and all-purpose flour batter. Then we're going to fry the catfish in a hot cast iron skillet. This recipe serves between 3 to 6 people, depending on the size of the catfish fillets and the amount of catfish fillets that you are serving. Now, you can also double this recipe if you like. Now, this is how it looks right here. I just had a piece not too long ago, and it is absolutely delicious. So, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here's all what you will need to make your fried catfish. Let's get started. You will need 2 pounds of fresh Louisiana catfish, and this equals to about 6 catfish fillets. And along with that, you will need some yellow cornmeal, all-purpose flour, 1 large lemon, now you can increase this to 2 large lemons if you like, and 3 large eggs. For your seasonings, you will need some salt, Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. Now if you don't have this, you can use the Zatarain's Creole seasoning or the Slap Your Mama Cajun seasoning. You will also need some Chef Paul Prudhomme's Seafood Magic, onion powder, garlic powder, and some cayenne pepper. To fry your catfish, you will need 48 fluid ounces of canola oil. Now, if you don't want to use the canola oil, you can use any other type of oil if you like for this recipe. And lastly, you will need a 10-inch round cast iron skillet. And there we have it. All right, we're going to get started by adding our catfish fillets into a strainer. And we're going to rinse our catfish off with cold water. Now, I like to do this step as a precaution. You don't necessarily have to follow this step if you don't want to. Alright, now we're going to get started with marinating our catfish. Okay, here we have 1 large lemon, and we're going to go ahead and cut this in half. Alright, here we have a citrus juicer here. Now we're going to take the lemons and we're going to juice them. Now, if you don't have this, you could just take the lemon half and squeeze it. But for me, since I have the citrus juicer thing here, I'm just going to use this. Just the other half. All right, here we have a little small bowl, and I have a mesh strainer, and we're going to take the lemon juice and we're going to pour that right in there, like so. Because we want to strain all the pulp and the seeds. We don't want that in the lemon juice. And there you go. Alright y'all, I kind of underestimated myself a little bit. We're going to add a little bit more lemon juice in here. Now I went ahead and juiced another lemon. And I'm going to just go ahead and pour the second lemon right in there. I know in the recipe video I said you're going to need, in the beginning I said you need 1. But it looks like you're going to need 2, alright? So 2 large lemons it is. Alright, now let's go ahead and add some seasoning. We're going to sprinkle a half a teaspoon of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. A half a teaspoon of Chef Paul Prudhomme's Seafood Magic. And since I'm from New Orleans, I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, just a little sprinkle. I'm going to take a whisk and I'm just going to stir this until combined. Alright, we transferred our catfish fillets onto a chopping board and we added them into an 11 by 17 inch baking pan. Now here we have our marinade and our pastry brush, and what we're going to do here is we're going to take that and we're going to brush it onto our catfish fillets. Oh, look at that, boy. Now you can add as much as you like. Now if you're increasing this recipe, if you're doubling the recipe, you could just double the recipe for the catfish and you'll be all set. Alright. Now we're going to flip the catfish fillets over like that. We're just going to brush the other side. All right, we've taken our catfish fillets and we placed them into a medium-sized bowl. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to place this into the refrigerator, and you're going to let this marinate for 1 hour, or if you're a patient guy like myself, you can let this marinate overnight. So into the refrigerator it goes. All right, here we have 3 large eggs into a medium-sized bowl. We're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning and 1/4 teaspoon of Chef Paul Prud'homme Seafood Magic. And we're going to take a whisk and we're going to stir this until combined. All right, let's get started with making our cornmeal all-purpose flour batter. In a large bowl, we're going to add 1 1/2 cups of yellow cornmeal, 1 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, 3 teaspoons of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, 1 teaspoon of Chef Paul Prud'homme's Seafood Magic, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, and since I'm from New Orleans, I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Using a spoon, stir this until combined. Preheat your fire to medium-high heat. Alright, in our cast iron skillet, we're going to add 3 1/2 cups of canola oil. Now remember, you can use any type of oil for this recipe if you like. Now, you're going to let this oil get hot for about 8 minutes. Alright, before we get started with frying our catfish, here I have a cooling rack aligned inside an 11 by 17 inch baking pan, and we're going to place our catfish on this when we're done, okay? Now, if you don't have this, here I have a serving dish lined with napkins, and you can place your catfish on this once it's done, okay? Alright, here we have our batters and our catfish marinated, seasoned, and ready to go. Now it's time to go ahead and fry our catfish. Alright, let's get started. We're going to start by taking our catfish fillet, do it one at a time. Add it into your seasoned egg mixture. You want to make sure that that's nice and coated. Now you want to shake the catfish fillet just a little bit as we want a light coating. Add it into your cornmeal all-purpose flour batter. I'm going to cover this. Alright, we're going to shake the bowl to coat that cornmeal and all-purpose flour batter onto the catfish fillet. Alright, here we have our catfish fillet. Now, if you want to do this, you can take 1/2 of a lemon and you could squeeze that on top of your catfish fillet and put a spoon and just cover it with the batter and then shake your bowl again. That's in case if you like a lot of lemon, okay? But since we've already marinated this with the 2 large lemons, that's good enough. So now what I'm going to do here is, as you can see, it's a nice little coating. You want to just shake it off just a little bit just to get some of that batter off of there, because we want a nice little coating but not too thick. And add it into the hot oil. Now we're going to let this fry for about 2 minutes. Alright, it's been about 2 minutes now. Now we're going to flip the catfish fillet over. And we're going to let this fry for 2 minutes. Alright, it's been about 2 minutes now. Now to fry this catfish, it took about 4 minutes total. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to flip it over right quick. This is how it looks when we're done. Now we're going to take our catfish fillet and place it onto your cooling rack or serving dish lined with napkins. Let this cool for about 5 minutes before serving. Here is the final presentation. And there you have it, homemade fried Louisiana catfish made by New Orleans native. If you like my channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell button if you want to be notified of my videos. You can also check out this recipe along with all the other recipes at www.charliethecookandrews.com. You can also find me on Facebook and on Instagram under the name Charlie the Cook Andrews. Stay tuned as Charlie's Taste Test is coming up next. Now it's time to go ahead and take a bite. I love fried catfish. Say, bruh, when I tell y'all this catfish is good, it's damn good. It has a nice crunchiness on the outside, nice and moist on the inside. You can taste that lemon along with all the seasons that we've added. Really, really good. I'm telling y'all, try the recipe. It's like neck and neck with my 2017 recipe video I did. That's all. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. And until next time, have a blessed one. Peace.